Hey there, old worldians. Velocirix back with you once again. We are actually almost finished with the first 50 turns set of videos for the game. Got two to go, Persia and then Rome. So this time we're going to be doing the Persians, and let's just kick the tires and see what we got. Now, Persia is an interesting civ. They're not, I wouldn't call them top tier, but again, like Greece, they are pretty close to top tier. Uh, they have an interesting mix of abilities and probably the second strongest unique unit in the game. So they are definitely tough customers with some cool things that they can do. Now, the first thing about the Persians is that uh, they get a discount when training missile troops. So their slingers, archers, longbows are 25% less than everybody else's in the game. It, that's not what I would call a direct combat advantage in the same way that 25% attack bonus against barbarians is, but it's damn handy. So that is definitely a point in their favor. They've also got they get a 50% bonus on harvesting resources that are outside the borders. You can do that with scouts, with settlers, with workers even. Can't do it with military units, which is tragic. But regardless, it's a good bonus, and it does make harvesting resources a lot more attractive. However, that's kind of a two-edged sword. Now, you might be tempted in the early game to just harvest, harvest, harvest everything you can get your hands on, and you can do that, but that is fairly orders intensive at a point in the game when you don't have a lot of orders to play with. So that is actually it could actually slow your economic growth if you rely on it too heavily. So it's something you got to kind of find the right balance for. Now, Persia also gets half an order off of every pasture they build, period, which makes animal husbandry a really important tech for them, probably more important for them than anybody else in the game. And I'm looking at the map here, and I'm already seeing where we got, three sites that could we could build pastures on when our borders expand to encompass those. So that's cool. That's an order and a half right there. Over and above, these horses will also give us an order anyway, half an order anyway. So we get one order from this and a half order from these. So actually, that's two orders, and then we can build specialists and get even more. So yeah, that's handy, and that grows over time. That's not something you don't notice its effect right away, like with Assyria when you kill a military unit you get two orders, bang, right then, and then you can go off and do stuff. Grows slowly as your kingdom grows, so you may not notice its effect right off the bat, but over time you'll like wake up one day and say, oh shit, look at all the orders I got, and that's why, because you've got all these pastures up and running, and they've just been quietly adding to your orders count. Uh, so let's look at the families. Persia's special unit is the Paltran Cavalry, and I call them Meth Cav because they are just evil, meth addicted. I mean, they just go in and just mass murder people. They're awesome. And they are the only unit in the game that can rout an enemy unit from range. Normally, cavalry, you got to be right up next to a unit to route it. Yeah, not these guys. They can route you from range, which is awesome. If you play in Persia, if you're playing against them, it sucks. But so because their special unit requires horses, we get the riders family, so you can guarantee that you can play with your special unit. Although, in our case, we got horses sitting right here, so we'll be able to do it anyway, even if we don't get that resource initially, which it looked like we could if we just move around a little bit. Like if we move right there, we get all three of those and the gems. So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. Ain't no penalty for uh, founding away from the lake, so why not go there and get the most stuff? After that, we got the hunters, my personal favorite family in the game. They're just incredibly powerful. This is not a good site for the hunters. You're looking for cities that have game camps or fish specials if you want the hunters. That's their thing. So this is not a hunter city, but and then we got the clerics, super powerful family. They automatically get less unhappiness, and when you build your clerics first cleric city, you get a religion right off the bat, which is amazing. And then the statesmen, we've seen these guys before. Uh, they're the ones that it's an economic oriented family. They're the ones that you get an extra order for all statesmen cities. You get an extra point of civics. The happier the family is with you, and right off the bat, all statesmen cities get a treasury, and you get 400 civics, which amounts to a free law or a bump to your religion when you found your first statesman city. So there's a lot of synergy between the clerics and the statesmen because you found a cleric city, get a religion, found a statesman, get this huge influx of civics, which you can then use to start juicing up your religion or pass a law or whatever. But anyway, civics, uh, the religion requires civics to make it useful. Statesmen give you civics, so they're a good pairing. And I just like the hunters anyway because they're super powerful, especially in the early game. So those are usually my go-tos when I play as Persia. Now, starting here, I believe I am going to. Hmm, I believe I'm going to found this as the statesman. Um, you're starting your capital city, whatever city you actually hit the ground running with, gets 1 point less of unhappiness. So if I was to start the city with the clerics, so you found my very first city as the clerics is what I'm trying to say. My capital would actually be insanely happy, or well, insanely less unhappy anyway, as compared to any other possibility. And it would be cool to get that religion right out the gate. But money to me is a little more versatile. Um, I mean, the religion is cool, and we're definitely going to get the religion the moment that we found our cleric city. But I don't know how the game is going to unfold, and we're already running a slight deficit in money. So, founding as the statesman solves the money problem, gives us a big influx of civics. So it just seems more flexible to me. So I'm gonna do that, and let's see what we get. Tech wise, a couple of interesting things. Animal husbandry, which is a crucial tech for this Civ, they already start with. So right off the bat, we can build our pastures, which is amazing. Um, this is the only Civ in the game that lets you start with both ironworking and trapping, so we can build camps, which is essential because the hunters would be useless if you couldn't build camps. So yeah, so it's cool that we start with that, and that gives us combat flexibility right off the bat, and it gives us access to delightfully inexpensive slingers because we can build. Normally, the cost of the slingers is 50 stone, and we can build them for 37 as opposed to paying 50 metal for a warrior. So that's handy, and we do start with a slinger, by the way. But this slinger has no combat abilities. There's no bonus to crush barbarians or anything like that. So again, it's kind of like when we were, if you've watched the Babylon video that I did, they start with a slinger and it's got no special combat abilities. So you can beat the early game barbarian tribesmen with just that one little slinger, but you do have to get a little sneaky, a little tricky with it because unlike Rome and Greece and Assyria that can just basically walk over and curb stomp the barbarians, yeah, you can't do that. The good news is we can build his third cousin or whatever pretty cheaply and get another one in the field, and when we got two of them, we should be just fine. But in the first battle or so, we might have to use our scout offensively or settle a city offensively or who knows what. But we'll have to get a little clever to use that starting slinger to expand, which we can do. We already know we can do. Now, one more quick look at the tech tree. Um, since we start with animal husbandry, we do have the food boost card unlocked. Now, this is the one exception I would make to the don't put two bonus cards in play at the same time. Typically, food is pretty easy to come by, and if I have to sacrifice one, I sacrifice the food. And we really need stone cutting because we really need polis for that free settler. So I'm gonna go ahead and start researching stone cutting anyway, even though that might mean we wind up losing some free food. But I mean, look, we got two sheep right here already, so we got a little bit of food. And this looked like, I mean, we're not in a desert wasteland. It looked like there's, some wheat down here. We can see other sources of food. So our people are not going to starve. And if we miss out on that bonus food, well, that's not the worst thing in the world. More important to me to go ahead and get some stone because, and here's a rule of thumb, honestly, however much stone you think you need in the game, yeah, double that, and then add about 20% to that, and that's roughly how much stone you actually going to need. So you always going to need more stone than you think you're going to need. So just make peace with it, and yeah, stone cutting priority. Make it okay. So a couple of cool things. There's a lot of city sites here, a bunch of them, which is cool. Lots of expansion going to go on this game. We got two ancient ruins. I like that. That's the X factor. We don't know what we're going to get. And we can see both Site B and Site C, which is handy. We know where to go, right? I mean, we still need to bust some fog and see, what these city sites have to offer. And another cool thing is both of these city sites are going to be connected without having to build any roads. That river flows right into Parsa, and then this river flows right down by the city site. So we don't have to do dick to get our first three cities connected. All we got to do is build the settlers and go. Well, that's nice. So let's take a look at the general situation. We got two options. Zand the Bold will give us a 15% attack bonus, some extra XP, and another attack bonus if we build a second slinger and they're adjacent. That's handy. Good old Cyrus himself, heal in neutral territory, 10% damage, 10% to attack if the unit is damaged, and he can launch offensive. If you guys have watched the Greece and what was it? There was another game too, Greece and somebody else, and Babylon, where we just made absolutely devastating use of launch offensive. So that might be a damn good choice, and he can heal in neutral territory, which is awesome. So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to do that. But do we want to do it right this second, or do we want to move first? Well, I don't know. Let's see. Worker assignments. We got a couple of good options here. We can build a pasture, get some food. We can come up here and get us an extra order. Of course, that's going to get us half an order. So food plus half an order or just an order. Or we could start the money and culture machine going. Uh, of those options, I think actually what I'm going to do is work counterclockwise. So I'm going to come down here and put a pasture on these sheep, and then sheep, horse, mine, and kind of keep my worker moving in this direction. I could do it the other way and get that culture investment early, but we're going to be building settlers, so we're going to need the food. So I want to get the food cranking. So that's why I'm kind of leaning that direction. And in the meanwhile, that is going to slowly, eventually net us an extra 2 orders, which is going to be useful. Now, doing that was a little more orders intensive because I had to move him farther. So we have fewer orders to play with this turn, but that's not the worst thing either. I'm going to go ahead and move my, let's see, how do I want to do this? Well, we know that the slinger not going to have anything to do up here. There's nothing to fight up here. So I don't think I'm going to move my slinger that way. I'll move my scout up here, though. And we'll take this one first. And see right off the bat, we can get rhetoric, which gives us the forum. But we got to come up with 300 food. And now I'm glad I moved my worker to start chewing on some food improvements for us because we're going to need it. Because I want that tech and I'm going to spend the food. So what does rhetoric give us? I mean, we can see there a little bit, but let's take a closer look at it. So here's rhetoric on the tech tree. So we actually jumped over administration to get rhetoric, and it does give us a law in addition to the forums. And more importantly, it is a stepping stone itself on the way to metaphysics, which we need to be able to start converting people to our state religion, which that's an ability we will definitely be making use of down the road. Um, so all we got to do is come up with another 100 food, and it looked like, I mean, there's a lot of trees here, so we could always, I'm gonna sell just a bunch of our uh, wood right off the bat. We'll buy some of that, and think I'll sell, and then we'll buy, whoop, shit, let me take that back. I sold when I meant to buy. All right, so that give us the food that we need. And we just like that picked up another tech, so that's handy. Unfortunately, doing that took all of our remaining orders, so that is literally all we can do this turn. So let's hit end turn and see what happens next. I don't want to do this, actually. I would taking this choice would mean that I could put my scouts in the water, which would be useful if we had water to put the scouts into, but we don't. And I think I'm going to save my civics for uh, juicing up the religion. So we're not going to decide on that right now. What we will do, however, is let's move the slinger over here. Okay, now this is getting a little bit. I I don't want to take polis. I don't mind having to pick between stone boost and food boost, but unlocking polis would give us the free settler card too, and I don't want to have to pick between a free settler and the stone boost. I want both. So as tempting as it is to go ahead and unlock that free settler and maybe jumpstart our expansion, I'm going to refrain because we can get more out of it by choosing drama, which also unlocks the soundtrack as mentioned last video. So um, even though I've got the music turned down on this video, yes, that would actually unlock the amazing soundtrack. So I want free tech. Um, I really want this one, but it's going to mess with my bonus cards. So I'm going to take uh, this one, and we're going to live with it. And now I will put King Cyrus in charge of this slinger unit, and I'm going to use. Well, actually, hold on. Can the scout? Yeah, so the slinger can actually move once more. So before we do that, let's uh, move our scout over to just start nosing around this site. I want to kind of see, what special tile. Like we found a couple of good marble tiles. That's handy. Um, so I want to see what else is here, so I can get a sense for which family would be the better fit for this city. And while I'm sitting on this marble tile, I believe I will harvest. And we got some, we got 10 stone out of it, useful enough. And I've got 2 orders left, so I think I'm going to move my slinger to the high ground and then appoint Cyrus as the general. Now, moving him to the high ground maybe does nothing long term, but it does extend his range by 1. So normally his range would be 2, but now I can hit, something 3 tiles out. And maybe that won't make any difference whatsoever. But if we were to be attacked, I would rather have that extra range than not. So, maybe it does nothing, maybe it saves a butt. Who knows? So this turn, the priority is to move the scout south and slowly make our way to Site C, uncovering tiles as we go that will tell us more about Site B. We just want to find and getting distracted by shiny objects and ancient ruins. Okay, now this is getting crazy. We're just getting free tech out the butt. And again, oh, because that's going to unlock border boost. And we've already got stone boost that we're working on, and uh, we've already got food boost. So, damn, I love the free tech, and damn, I'm going to really hate it when I take this, because I am going to take it because our research sucks. We're only generating 9 beakers a turn, so we can't really say no to free tech, but it could cost us in terms of freebies. But we're going to take it anyway. Okay. The numberless. Gauls. Uh, too many to name. We're strong. What are you? Uh, well, we probably the people gonna kick your ass is what we are, but let's see. I don't know. All right. So yeah, the Gauls over here. Let's see what the does it show? Does it show that they are uh, stronger? Well, I guess that ain't any real surprise, is it? Because I mean it's year 3. Okay, well I'm gonna think about that. We only got 2 moves remaining, and I really didn't scout as much as I wanted to. Uh, hmm. Well, I don't feel like being extorted by a bunch of barbarians living in their little hovel over here. and it literally is a hovel. Um, so I think we're going to go to war. But that does mean I need to move my scout. Well, I still need to scout Site C. So we got to do that first. But then I'm going to need to move my scout back over here so that our slinger isn't going in blind. I'm not going to have that. And we will probably have to, after we build this first settler, we will probably have to take a little break from building more settlers to do another slinger, just the way the game is uh, kind of unfolding. I mean, or we could. I'm gonna take her because of the two growth. Or we could, you know, make peace. We could just give them what they want and not have to worry about it. Uh, that doesn't really sit well with me though. So yeah, fuck you, guys. Well, now we know where we can expand. That's something. All right. So let's. We're gonna head that direction, but I'm not gonna be in a great rush to do it. Use my slinger to bust a couple of tiles of fog away. Next turn, we kind of meet in the middle here. Give us a better view of what we got to work with. Make a decision about where this uh, settler will go. And yeah, so war on turn 3. Okay, so be it. And not doing that either for the same reason. Even though that would give us a smidge more research. No, the other one would. No, actually, never mind. Either one would. Shit, I don't know what I'm thinking. Okay. Well, let's do some more food, which, yeah, we need. Our food kind of sucks. Uh, let's clear this out. So there's a whole lot of nothing here, but uh, horses. So that would be useful in terms of our UU. We got 2 cities that can uh, build our meth cab when we get to that stage in the game. Alright, so next year, old scout gonna come down to the river, just kind of poke around here, uncover, the tiles so we can get a better sense of what this city is and what it has to offer, and then we're gonna turn full attention to the Gauls, cause, well, they kind of galling, actually. So let's just see. We have a river named Karen. Okay, now what is it? This gives us culture if we harvest it. I don't really care about some of the other resources, but getting culture faster, that might be worth. It would take 2 orders next year, one to actually get there, and then one to harvest, and then we could move out. Uh, that might still be worth doing, though. You know, so we'll think about that. In the meanwhile, I need to get somewhere where I can see. Yeah, now I still can't. I can't reach him from here, but I can at least see the trouble coming, and we can worry about the rest when we get the scout back over this way. Okay, well, neither of them have wisdom, so this is no help to our research. But she is kind of badass as a general. Yeah, okay. So let's marry the ambassador. All right, that worked for me. Ish. It's going to take us a long time to train that. You know what? It is going to take us a long time to train that slinger, and I don't like that. But we need a combat unit that we can. So we're going to build a militia. We're going to build a militia, actually. And well, I mean, of these two city sites, this one not only have more urban tiles, so it can support a bigger population. Something else, new players might not know this right away. Every urban tile that your city has can support 2 points of population. So right out the gate, this city can only grow to size 4. If it grows bigger than size, well, it can grow bigger, but if it grows bigger than size 4, you start to get extra unhappiness until you add urban tiles to accommodate the population. So this city can grow bigger before we have to worry about that. And we get some more horses, and we get some more elephants, and it's good for stone production, and it's got food. This city got food, and well, food. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking this is our lucky winner, and it's close to where we're gonna be fighting anyway, which give me a place to retreat back to heal if I need to, and I probably need to, so that's all right. Okay, so that done, let's come over here and harvest some lavender, and you see our little culture progression bar moved up quite handsomely. And then we'll come over here, and since we end our order, since that's as far as we can move, well, we may as well harvest some wheat too, because we spent all of our food to get that tech a few turns ago. So that at least begins the process of rebuilding our stockpile. I would love to immediately start to work on another city, but with the war with the Gauls, I need something to run interference for my slinger. Well, that'll be the militia's job. He'll just get in the way, be a meat shield, and my scout may serve that purpose too. But first, we're going to bust this fog right here, and then slowly ease up and around this Gallic camp, maybe finding some other Gallic camps along the way. We don't know, but we'll find out shortly. In the meantime, though, I don't see any real value in moving this guy because anywhere we go, it puts us in as much danger as them. So until we get the scout over here, we just gonna stay put unless something changes. No, no need in going off half cocked. Okay, I like that. Cute kid. Got our legacy secure. All right, so let's get up in here. Well, hello there, good sir. Huh. That's actually easier to take than this side, especially if I just got the one unit, because I can put my, well, see, he's an infantry base, but I can still, like, I come here and take a pot shot and not get hit back. I can't get there this turn, but I mean, I could. This is actually a better site for us to acquire first, and then we can worry about the Gauls. And besides that, look at all this cross river nonsense we'd have to do here. I don't like that. All right, so let's take this. We'll plan on taking this next. Yeah, yeah, okay. And I believe I want to. Well, of our choices, do we have anything that would lend itself to a hunter's start? Not really. So I'm gonna go ahead and found this as the clerics, and maybe this one will have a camp or something that we can. We'll check it out. But I'm gonna found as the clerics. Ooh. Okay, well, we're going to try to get Carthage on our good side, but okay, so we're close, but we're not. I mean, we're close, but it don't matter because, well, there's a pass there that might, yeah, probably does let her through. So, I'm still not all that, all that worried about it. That's nothing to be worried about. Hey, PK, how's it going? Yeah, ain't nothing to worry about there. Outstanding. Trying my luck with the stalwart Persians this morning. Well, no worries there. And feel free to backseat all you want. Well, if you're gonna found a religion, you pretty much just got to take the hits to improve relations with the religion. That's kind of a given. And there are going to be a couple more of these where we'll just have to, eat a little bit to boost relations, and that's just kind of the way the way it goes. I mean, you just got to do it. Once you once you've made the decision to found a religion, you got to commit to it, and that means paying a little bit of a cost here and there. So not the end of the world. We'll do it. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Got a good set of abilities. I like his starting text too. Makes him very handy. All right. Well, since we have now met somebody, do we have? Yeah. So all we got to do is get together a little bit of fundage, and we could. Well, actually, you know what? We could just do a trade mission. We got the civics for that, so let's do that. We'll wait to do influency stuff. Hey, Nylan. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can usually live without the riders, but I mean, even if this city site is not especially optimized for the hunters, some other one will be. So we pretty much got to, and I think the hunters are one of the strongest uh, families especially in the early game. It's just awfully hard to argue with their capabilities, and the extra resources are always welcome. So uh, yeah, we will definitely be deploying the hunters as our third family. Okay, well, we definitely gonna get to four cities, so that's not gonna be an issue. Now, let's see, where did that little fella go? Okay, so yeah, we just gonna. I mean, I could sit right here and plink away at him. I don't know that that would be of terribly much value because all he gonna do is heal, and he could undo most of the damage that I did every turn. We got a militia coming out in 2 turn. I'm just gonna walk up and start beating on him. See, there's nothing here that lends itself, especially to any particular family. Yeah, the Persian cavalry units, my second favorite unique unit in the game. I prefer the Babylonian Cimmerian archer to them, but they are damn good. Although they did get a little bit of a nerf, like you were talking about with some recent changes. So uh, we will undoubtedly, our first two cities both have sources of horses, which rhymes, and I kind of like that. So we will definitely be making some good use out of their special unit, nerfed or not. I don't know that I've gotten to play with the current version yet, so okay, it gives you the extra defense. Yeah, that is nice. I tend to take defensive promotions a lot anyway, guard one, guard two, combat, those kind of things. So that does sound like it's right up my alley because I like to preserve my forces as much as possible. I just don't like to have to rebuild shit is what it amount to. I see that as awesome. My scout actually did a good job there and lured this infantry away, and that's going to make the fight just a whole lot easier. So next turn, we're going to have this camp in hand. Before we even get the militia done, actually. So we may not need him, but I feel better having him. If we run into trouble, it's handy to have some kind of a meat shield we can throw in front of the slinger if we need to. So better to have it than not, and we can get back to building settler next turn. So that's no big deal. I just need something with an extra 20 hit points that we can throw in the way. Okay, well, good news. Well, let's see. We're not sharing science. Okay, well, I just got the tech for stone cutting, so we could do that. The good news is we didn't. We only got one bonus card showing up in our tech selection, so we're gonna knock it out the queue. Uh, how long is it gonna take us to? Okay, well, we're gonna definitely spend some money, get this settler cooking, and we have the border boost card in 7 turns. Settler come out in 6. We may be able to force march him and get him there just before the border boost. We'll have to check. We'll have to see. Don't know. All right, so we are going to end this guy. And now see the problem going to be we can't move off this tile. So we're going to have our scout guard it, and then our slinger can move off the tile. And you know what, though? We're not doing it that way. Let's do this, right? Here's what I'm thinking. So we put the scout here. Barbarian unit stays here, attacks from across river, so it's less damage. Next turn, we move the scout to the city site, and we just move the slinger right up in its face, but we don't get the cross river penalty because we throw in rocks. And then we can make use of Cyrus's launch offensive and get a back-to-back attack on him and just about kill him. So even though he's standing in the scrub, so that's I think the better approach there. Well, I mean he's already taken a hit. We got well, actually we don't have. Never mind. I might not do it. I was gonna say we got a shit ton of training points, but we don't have as many as I thought we did. So yeah, that might bleed us dry. But we'll see. We'll check it out as the battle unfolds. Well, we definitely do that. Keep the wife happy and the ambassador happy. And I believe, since the whole reason I built this guy was to use him as a meat shield against the Gauls, I'm gonna go ahead and just send him out that way. Um, Obviously, he's he's not gonna make a charge all by his lonesome, but he can at least be in the neighborhood when we need him, and we will need him. So, uh, is there? Can we do like? We got the orders. All right. Well, let's bust some. Let's bust at least a few tiles. I'm just going to go two out, two back, so we can stay where we are. Ah, wait a second. That I fucked myself up. Hang on. We can't do that because we only got three orders left. So never mind. Okay. Well, now we know there's a golf thing there, but I forgot I'd already moved him once, and I won't be able to get back to this position, and we need to hold this position. So that is the more important thing. We just pretend we don't know about that golf thing, and yeah. So sorry about that. That was my bad. So we'll just what are we gonna do? Actually, what we're gonna do then is send another trade mission. I want to use up some of these orders. I don't want them just. Uh, we got orders. Let's spin them. Okay. Yeah. So we take a minor hit, just very nominal hit. We're gonna come out here. We're gonna deliver a big hit of our own. Scout come back to the site. Got it. Okay. Yeah, we don't. I mean, we've already beat the shit out of him. It will be overkill to use launch offensive on this one little guy. We'll save it for the Gauls. All right. I am actually going to park him on the hill just so I can keep an eye on that. And we slowly make our way back up to the gem mine. Well, it's going to be a long while though till we get that settler. So the question is, I don't know that I want my, well, yeah, the scout won't be tied up here for too long because after we kill this bastard, we can move the scout back, and then the slinger back, and then the scout can go off and bust tiles up around here, and we'll get a better feel for what the best approach is to this campsite. Because this has, I mean, this looked like it's going to be a pretty good city for us. And it's connected already, so that's handy. Well, unlike this one, which will not be. Um, but we can't just charge the city because there's some cross river shenanigans going on here. So we got to one find out where the other barbarian is, and two, what the best, or is there any cover, that kind of a thing. Are there any forest tiles we can take advantage of? So, bottom line, we need to scout. And we can't do that until this guy goes away. So, let's make him go away. Man, wish to kill you. All right, well, we traded some of our stone away, and uh, we don't, we aren't currently generating any, so let's fix that first and foremost. And now you telling me there ain't nothing we can do with all these orders? I don't believe it. All right, so let's go. We'll influence, and I mean we could send goods, but we don't have a lot to send, and that's just about the shittiest use of orders I can imagine. Can I go out and harvest something and then come back? Let's see. I could. So let's do that, right? We'll come out here and get some little bit of culture for our new city. And we can get a little bit of stone. And then we can still come back to guard the city. Okay. Well, that wasn't insanely productive, but it was something. This guy, I'm try to. We will not do that. Don't really want to do that. You know, these trades suck. We already did this one. Totally not doing that. That would what that would actually put our research in the negative. Yeah, we're not doing that. Uh, okay, well, of those, we can sort of kind of afford that one, and it does boost our relations a little bit. All right, so we're gonna kill this asshole, and I think we're gonna give ourselves steadfast because most of Cyrus's life we're gonna be fighting barbarians anyway, so that's 25%. And hello, Gauls. That will make it a little easier to do that. I'm going to take a calculated risk and abandon the site for one turn. Okay. Scout's going to get the shit beat out of him next turn. No, I can't have that. We're going to have to move him. Yeah. I would rather burn 100 training and keep the scout safe. Settler in 2. Okay. Well, that's better. Now, they will be a third Gaul unit here before we can think about attacking. But uh, with our 25% bonus that we just picked up, I am actually not at all concerned about these guys. What also? Okay, well he's only 20 points away. So what are his promotion options? Now, Garrison would be a nice addition. Give us another 25% from Urban. We could just walk up and park it right there. We're not going to suffer a cross river penalty because we throwing rocks. So, yeah, I think that might be the way to go. Okay. Well, since she is the ambassador, and the ambassador's job is to improve foreign relations, I think that's probably what we ought to do. Oh, and we got Eagle Eye coming up next. Hmm. Still one turn away from that settler, though. All right, well, we're just going to have to wait. Now, since this is a mine, I'm going to go ahead and start a mining triad here. We're going to do the same thing here, but with quarries. Yeah, I mean she is badass in the field, but just the way the game unfolded, I mean I don't even have a military unit to give her right now. Although I do wish there was a promotion or an archetype like maybe even hero, since heroes are heroes to the people. Uh, Maybe make it where heroes could command militia. I think that'd be fun. You could do all sorts of weird shit with that. Okay, well, we definitely not gonna force march that because that's gonna take. Yeah, even if we. Yeah, well, and it actually could be almost almost OP. It doesn't sound like it initially, but for almost no investment, you could create this cheap ass unit, right? I mean, no investment to it whatsoever. Throw the general on there that can what the hero heals in neutral territory, which is useful. And then if he's the leader, he's the one that can stun, right? So you take this lowly ass militia and you just walk up to the baddest thing on the battlefield and completely shut it down with your militia. That would be just wrong. But it'd be fun. It'd be fun as hell. All right. Well, I think, yeah. So what we'll do next turn, we should be able to force march, get this city planted, and get our uh, attack underway. No, I'm going to refrain. That seemed excessive, so I will refrain. Let's see. We got Slinger in full. This fight here will be over in four, though, so that won't help us. The border boost kind of sucked because it only hit two cities, but he got him stacked up there, and he's on uh, good terrain. All right. Well, first thing. So that's only so when yeah, and I do need to force more. I need to get this city planted. And even though this is a nothing city for the hunters, we using the hunters, so I'm gonna give it to them anyway. No. We'll have to wait till next turn to launch the attack. Okay, so I'm going to get the scout healed up because I'm probably going to use him in the attack. And let's at least move. Well, either way, it's only going to. Yeah, so I can move here. Okay. Well, I've already got uh, the. I've already got two cities where I can build my UU, and I mean, although I could build them out of Yads with if I'd made it to Riders and get the Saddleborn promotion, I am thinking more in terms of the economy and later on, even though these first three cities uh, didn't have anything that was especially useful to the hunters, I'm thinking that just playing the odds, sooner or later, I'm going to run into cities that do, and I'm going to reap the economic benefits uh, of the riders, the benefits. But yeah, I mean, the riders definitely would have been a good option. Uh, but I think just hunters are just more. Uh, Hunters are just a better fit for my play style in that they will help me grow the economy when I find sites that they can take full advantage of. Riders are more of a uh, militantly militant approach to the game, and I tend to take a more economic approach to the game. Although inevitably we wind up busting people's heads. Okay, well it doesn't really matter which. Well, actually, it kind of does. It kind of does matter a little bit. I'm gonna put. Yeah, okay. All right. So we used our first launch offensive to secure that site. So right off the bat, we eliminated one unit and we secured a site. Uh, Useful. Now it's only 2 on 3. We may use another launch offensive just so we can not get beat on by more units next turn. But I also think I'm gonna just try to goad this guy into attacking my scout. See if we can make him divide up his attacks rather than concentrating his fire. So, I mean, I've got 3 units technically, even though one of them can attack. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's nothing in the world wrong with the Rider City, and it would save me having to build a road tile, 2 road tiles. But uh, I don't know. I got a feeling about this map, and I think that even though we haven't so far, I think we are going to find some good city sites with lots of camps and lots of fish specials and all that. And man, the hunters can just, I mean, turn that into gold. So that was kind of my, even though I don't have any evidence of that, that's kind of my thinking. This is just the default one. The was it Seaside? I think is the default. Which I mean, it don't look very seaside to me, but you know, and I am from the beach originally, Myrtle Beach. Okay, well, my thinking here is the same for the Persians as it did pretty much for everybody else. I want my second generation leader, if possible, to be a diplomat because that will give me, assuming I can get that, that will give me a longer window of time to build up my kingdom. So I usually take rhetoric for my first generation heir, second generation ruler, thinking ahead toward what kind of a leader do I want the second generation to be. In most cases, I want the second generation to be a diplomat. Okay, he's not going to be able to survive but one more round of fighting. So we have to make the most use of him that we can this turn, which is going to mean we're going to double team this guy and see what that get us. Okay, so that's not bad. So if we did another launch offensive, then the militia could get the kill here, which would deny the slinger the experience. But I mean, I'm okay with that. I just want to make sure everybody survive this fight. So militia get the kill shot here. Slinger start pounding away on this guy. I think I'll leave my scout there just maybe as a lure. And yeah, let's do it. And that's the last one of those we can do for a bit, but that's enough. And that pretty well puts the nail in the coffin of that fight. Um, Everybody gonna need to get patched up when this is done. Well, everybody but the slinger. But yeah, so we came out of that, I would say, mostly unscathed. I mean, these guys are gonna take more hits and it's gonna hurt, but they'll be all right. They can walk it off. Walk it off. And we are still a world away from having our damn settler, which is gonna come here. Probably. Well, I don't know. We can shit. By the time he's ready, we'll have you guys all patched up anyway. So, yeah, we just drop him down here and get our core four going on. We got all kind of expansion options though. We got another barbarian camp down here. We got another Gaul camp over here. So we're just going to build up some more training points in case we need to do another launch offensive. We got another slinger coming out, so we'll be able to assign a new general and like to pair it with something. So maybe build another militia somewhere till we can get something better in the field. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes. But yeah, so we're about to be able to kick the expansion into a new higher gear, or maybe we don't. Maybe we take a more methodical approach, just put the slinger with the rest of these guys, and let this three amigos come out and just do whatever. Probably hit this Gallic camp on the way down to this barbarian site, and the scout leading the way. So something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we could. Well, there's that is a big increase. Let's see what she can do. Well, she is a good general. She got a lot of courage, but I don't know, dude. Getting a spearman, well, we can't even train spearmen right now. Yeah, we'll have other opportunities for a general. We don't we we don't know if we're gonna have another opportunity for a spearman or not till we can build them ourselves. So let's get that combat unit. Right, right. Yeah, she was the leader. Yeah. Well, we're gonna take the spearman and be happy we have it. Shit, let's get him over here into the fight. Well, the leader of the Gauls is a pretty tough customer. I don't know what we would have got great general wise, but that spearman is yeah, yeah. I wasn't thinking about that, but you are absolutely right. Well, in that case, that makes me even happier with my choice of the spearman because grab bag, great soldier versus court soldier versus we definitely know what the spearman can do. So, yeah. All right, you gonna stay there and no, you're not. No, you're not. We need to get you back in the field. So come back over here and heal up. We got this, especially with the spearman coming in. He already got a point of charisma. Let's give him the XP. No, I want him to be a diplomat. Let's give him the yes to adopting Judaism. Sure. Now, let's give him another point of charisma. Useful for a diplomat. So, yeah, I see you down there. Yeah, spear were very timely, and we don't know what the general might have been. So I think that's gonna make the next campaign or the next battle even easier. So yeah, and I think we're gonna leave our militia behind, just park him on the site, and then we got a spear and a seasoned um, slinger that we can march down. And I'm almost thinking that, I mean, we're right here, so it almost just makes more sense to take the Gaul camp first, even though this barbarian camp would probably be the easier of the two. Uh, our troops are just well positioned for this one. So, what do you got? You got another slinger. Uh, and I think we need to add you to the field. So let's do that. We got the oligarch who will add XP per turn, modest attack, modest defense, but a good bonus for same unit adjacent, and we happen to have a same unit adjacent for same unit. We can make sure he's adjacent, so that works. And then he'll just be meat shield. Yeah, he'll just be meat shield. Although 27% attack, damn, do I have anybody else I could make a diplomat? Yeah, the guy I just put in charge of it. Okay, well, we have a limited option of staff. This is the problem we're running into. So that still brings us back to the question, what do we want here? Well, I'm pretty sure that Dito is, oh, they similar. Well, I'm going to build another slinger then. Okay. Yeah, I do love it when the events treat you well and you wind up with exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. And that seemed like that's what happened to us in that case. We only got 2 moves left. I think we're just going to come down this way and stay hidden. Yeah, okay. So, park the militia. Okay. Now, so we need to get on that tile. We need to get him off of that tile. We need to come out this way and wind up there so we're not making a cross river attack. And we need our scout to tell us if there's any other opportunities down here. Not too much, and I usually don't, even with the Persians. Um, it's very orders intensive. Now I have harvested a couple of culture boosting resources outside the borders, but usually I do more harvesting with Persia in the mid game because most of my orders are soaked up moving troops, improving tiles to build the economy and all that. So I just don't have a lot of orders left over for harvesting early on, but I do make use of it later um, because that gives me time to build the economy, get lots of pastures up and running, give me a good cushion of orders, and then I can, make better. And a lot of times my scout, like we have had a couple of occasions where we've had some orders and I was able to do a little bit of that, but oftentimes the scout is holding a campsite or something and just not able to move as much as I would need him to be able to harvest much as I'd like. Let's see. Heated debate over policies. Argument takes place in private chambers. Encourage the rebellion. Don't really know if I want him to be spoiled. Okay, well, we definitely not gonna toss the kid into the dungeon. That's just crazy. So, yeah, let's give him humble. That's a good set of attributes. Yeah, okay. He's shaping up pretty nice. I like that. It's a pity we don't have a. It's a pity we don't have a scholar on the court. Could train him. Tell you what, though, let's go ahead and convert me to Team Judah, and we got 13. Yeah, he is a little angry there. We have to, if we got the orders left over after this turn, we'll see if we can maybe do a little influence and okay. So that's not bad. Now we got some other options here. First thing though, I guess we got to get rid of this ass hat. Uh, well, could we? No, I think I can kill him with these, right? Yeah. All right. So we do that. No, we're not. No. Let's go ahead and get across the river and start that show. Wait, hang on. Do I want to do that? Or do I just want to launch offensive and take the camp? Yeah. Oh, no, no, no. We're out of orders. Hang on. Okay. So we can do, well, let me back up again then. All right. Yeah. So I want to preserve that bonus. Yeah, okay. So this is what we got to do right here. This, and this. Okay. So next turn, it's done deal either way. I was hoping we could take it this turn, but just don't have enough. Just don't have enough firepower. Well, we definitely not giving up orders or science. We do, well, that would be our entire surplus, but let's do it. Keep them at least reasonably happy. All right. Well, that's easy to fix, right? So we just, yeah. Okay, but we are we are holding city sites. We are holding more city sites than we can say grace over, really. All right. Oh, yeah, buddy. We'll find a good use for that. And here come Carthage with an archer. I don't want her getting anything down here. I don't want she might, right? She might like try to take over a site or who knows what. She already been influenced by us. Well, shit. All right, what about the kid though? We were, yeah. Well, I can get the money. That ain't no problem. See if we can get the kid to not be hating on dear old dad. All right, so since we just lost our entire surplus of metal, let's look at our. Okay, well, I'll do a triad of mines there because that'll boost our. Uh, yeah, okay. Yeah, we need to build settlers faster than we are, which probably means we need another city doing it, like in addition to. Yeah, let's get that set up. Okay, and then we'll figure that out. Well, actually, we might get the free settler card next. Don't know. So let's wait a turn. We'll have food. Either way, we can get another settler cooking out of the capital. So, oh, I wish we had a diplomat leader. We're not going to insult the queen. So, I think we pretty well. I'm gonna take care of that. Although shit, right now I only know where one is, but I have faith we will find others. Hunter's material. Oh, what the hell? Who is this? Who is this beating on? Ugh. Okay, so I hadn't planned on that. Hadn't counted on that. Not cool. We got to move. Uh, no. Okay, so I move the settler out, put him here, freeze up a militia, move the militia here, freeze up the spear, and then we move south. Babylon. Hmm. That's dangerous and scary. Lovely. That means there's probably another camp over here. Okay. Well, oh, my word. Oh, I don't see that there's a downside to this. I mean, yeah, okay, so we owe him a favor, but so? No. Well, we already got three, we got two. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Oh, okay. Yes. We will have a diplomat as our second generation leader. Awesome. Loving it. Oh my word, look at all the Babylonians. Okay, well, uh, I originally had thought, um, we may challenge that one archer with our army, but yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing that. Yeah, I don't, no, uh-uh. That is a Babylonian city, future Babylonian city. So why don't we come over here and, yeah, see what other opportunities we can find. And for new players, I chose to sit there rather than here because I could kill that unit without risking this guy. So he could, if I parked my slinger here to get the kill shot, this guy could have come up and attacked me. I don't want that to happen. So park over here. This unit can't hit me. This unit can't get to me. So we save. And then next year we'll figure out what to do. We'll get the scout back here to give us a better view of what we got to work with and what the best way to approach this camp is and how to best deal with that marauder. Did we kill him first? Did we kill him after? We won't know. We won't know till we get some more scouting done. So that'll be that'll be for next year. Now I can move my spearmen a little closer now that I know what the hell we're doing. And that's that. Well, I found a good Hunter's City site, and then Babylon took it, and Cyrus is doomed. So we're going to get to use our diplomatic leader sooner rather than later, unfortunately. So that means if we are going to do another launch offensive, we will do it this turn or we will not do it. So let's. Okay. So if we got to attack, let's put the spear here. Put Cyrus. No, no. Let's do it like that. Well, it's not going to matter. He's going to be dead next turn, but I mean, okay. Ah, hell. You know what? I can't. If I do that, then yeah, that's going to screw me up. Okay, so we're going to do. Uh, oh, well, no, actually, I guess it won't be so bad. All right, let's do that. We'll do that. We'll use our launch offensive to end the fight early. The reason I was saying it screwed me up was because when a unit took the city site, he moved into the city site, which took him away from being adjacent to Cyrus, which means when I did the launch offensive, he didn't get included. So that's what I was thinking when I was kind of bitching to myself about it. But the basic, long and short of it is, uh, we were able to get one last use of launch offensive from Cyrus, knowing that he is on the way out. Uh, and we caught us another city site, and we cleared away the last of the resistance that would have potentially threatened it. So, yeah. So we just a little past the halfway mark of our first 50 turns. We got uh, we got 4 cities planted. We got a free site that we hadn't yet done anything with, and 2 others under guard, which will give us a total of 7. Um, we found the Babylonians and the Carthaginians so far. And of course, they're both stronger than we are, because of course they are. It's too early in the game for it to be otherwise. But you know what? It's all right. It's all right. Um, yeah, we got workers that need jobs, so let's go. Let's get to it. Well, yes, I would love to build a great ziggurat. I'm all over that. Oh, this is gonna take us 11 years because our research is so completely craptastic. Oh my God. We got to do something about that research. That is just evil, evil bad. All right. First thing let's do. Kid's already Jewish. Let's check relations with the families. They're not great. So let's do a family marriage. And who do we let's take a look. Do we have anybody in these families that are uh, at all wise? Any women who are wise? Not really. Not really. Okay. So now here's a question, and it's something I don't know. Um, I'm looking at the families, right? And I don't see any or not many uh, eligible women. And like in this case, I mean there are no eligible women. So if I was to do a family marriage with these guys, I mean they're not going to pair me with a dude. So would the game just invent new characters? I don't know. Hey, Jason, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Uh, I try. I try. So I don't know. I mean, I would love to use a family marriage to boost our relations, but I don't see very many good. Okay, so that's good to know, and we could maybe bolster the Hunters family, add a few people to their living members. So let's do that, and that'll give us a relationship boost with one of the families that not real thrilled with us anyway, and maybe give us somebody with a point or two of wisdom who could, you know, jumpstart our research, which we desperately need. So yeah, let's do that, and then let's see what our events are first. Okay, kill 15. Well, we are actually uh, this is just one, no matter what thing added to the religion. Well, we can do that. Okay. Yes, that blows. Okay, so we get a free law switch to vassalage, which is actually going to boost our. Watch these numbers. They go up a little bit, not a whole lot. They go up a little bit, but I mean that, and that'll get more impressive over time. The more units we have, the bigger that is, especially if they outside of our borders. So that's useful. And it was free, so you're gonna like that. So now let's give worker jobs. We got this guy here. And last turn, I didn't have enough orders to actually start the mine, but I did have enough orders to cut the trees and clear the land, so I went ahead and did that. So now this turn, it only took just the one order to jump into the mine. And here we're going to do a quarry. And here we're going to do, yeah, I am going to do a triad of mines here because and probably a triad of stone when we get some better borders. But for right now, well, it is a shame, but we don't have an heir yet, so that would definitely complicate our lives in terms of getting one. Although maybe we get an adoption event, or I don't know. But yeah, as long as we get somebody, as long as we can marry somebody with some wisdom, I'll be happy. I don't even care. Shoot, just need at this point somebody with like a 3 or 4 wisdom would almost increase our research by 50%. That's how shit we are in research department right now. And it's been that way. I mean, this is turned 28. It's been that way for a while, and that just sucks. All right, so we still actually need another settler, do we not? We do, because we got 3 sites and we only got 2 settlers cooking. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get another one queued up. And we need to get you actually back to full health, but you nowhere near friendly borders. So, I mean, let's just get you out here doing some exploring, and we hope for the best, and maybe send you over here in a turn or two to. There's an awful lot of Carthaginians out here, and I'm not sure I'm 100% comfortable with that. Nothing I can do about it, but uh, yeah. Are you guys like mad at Babylon? You're upset with Babylon, so you may be sending troops down there to show them how big and bad you are, or something. I don't know. Whatever. That ain't none of my business. All right, we got a shit ton of orders, and now see, this would be one of those times where like I wish I could harvest with uh, military unit, right? So if I could harvest with military units, I'd be harvesting all damn day. I got these military units, they sitting around. I don't have anywhere for them to be right this second, but we can't do that. And I only got the one scout, and he's way the hell up here. So, yeah, that's inconvenient. But I need to do something with these guys. Tell you what, I'm gonna start sending them back to friendly borders for now. I don't want them. I don't want to do anything to look provocative. These guys are both stronger than me. I don't want them to uh, get the wrong idea. I'm just looking for barbarians mostly. And I got a bunch of stuff. I need another scout, actually. I need another scout, too. So, well, I've got 3 cities that are not horrible at that. Have you queue up a scout for us? You're just going to have to sit tight. Oh, one thing, though. I can redo generals, because, yeah. Okay, so Abracadabra the Younger, a little bit of an attack bonus. Uh, XP, same unit adjacent bonus, and I got 2 slingers, so that could come in handy. The king, give a good defense bonus, 3 XP a year, and then oligarch loves picking on the wounded. Okay, so why don't we do like these 2 units for the slinger and let the king uh, take charge of the spear, and then because the spear basically going to be the meat shield for the slingers, so giving him a big defense bonus would be useful to us. So we could do that. Oh, but we can't because of the family thing. I screwed that up. Okay. So, but the king can definitely take charge of this, right? Yeah. And then, yeah. So, oh, but notice because she would, the only other eligible member is, yeah, she's our ambassador. So, all right, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Okay, well then that's 2 out of 3. That'll work for me. Um, got another slinger up here, but I don't know that we necessarily need him for any specific purpose right this second. So I think I'm just going to leave him there. Yeah, unless I mean, if we had a barbarian camp that I knew about, or we were under threat, somebody was going to attack us from some quarter, and we could start moving him out. But until okay. Yes, please with the wisdom. I don't even give a shit what you are. Just give me some research. Okay, so that's a 50% boost right off the bat. Yeah. We need two things from you. We need your brain and we need a kid. So get busy on both. And let's see. That was kind of callous, wasn't it? But I mean, in game terms, that's what we need. Babylon. What the hell are we gonna do about that? I don't know. I do not know. Well, we found the T-Rex of the game. Wait a minute. I thought she was supposed to become endeared with us, right? Well, why didn't our relations change any? Oh, it just didn't update. Okay. All right. I don't want to spend the money if we're not going to get the benefit. Yeah, not exactly a shock that Greece is the biggest and the strongest, is it? Well, I think we probably need to jump right on improving relations with the Greeks then. And we got to get these cities planted, man. We I feel like we're getting kind of hemmed in here. I don't need you to do anything. If new players, if you're not familiar with it, when you get to Confucianism event, it does slow down your military training, but you get -1 on happiness and some extra culture. So I think it's a pretty good trade. And when we get the tech that we can build barracks, we can offset that hit to the train. Right now, capital has been building settlers anyway, so it's not going to hurt us in the short run. But we do need to remember that we gotta offset that. So, all right. We do have a couple of cities that are not connected. Okay, so this guy does need to build 2 road tiles to connect. Well, he can do that. We don't need this worker for that. Although this worker don't really have a whole lot to do because this city has nothing to speak of inside of its borers. I'm going to start by building Odeon. And I'm pretty sure that there's not going to be anything for us out here that the Greeks haven't already taken, but we'll check it out. Man, they're not going to be. Oh, Gauls. Well, okay. I hadn't expected to find that, but since we did, and since we here, yeah, let's go ahead and start the fight. Yeah, okay, cool. Well, that give us something to focus on. Sometimes it just takes that, right? You move a unit, you make a discovery, and suddenly the picture changes. Uh, yeah, no. Okay. Oh, surely, surely. Wait, wait, wait. It's gonna take all three. Okay, that helps. That'll make everything else easier then. Okay, I don't feel bad now. Yes, Lord, let's go ahead and just do this. We don't even have labor force yet. What the hell am I thinking? All right, all right. Let's don't do that. Found the edge of the map. And some more barbarians. I like that ore. I like those horses. Don't know. Maybe. Settler in one. He going here. Okay. Oh, oh, I will happily give up some lumber for 8 science. My God. Now we're cooking. Okay, so what would it take? It's gonna take all three. All right, but that's good. We got good terrain because these guys are doing 50% less damage because we in the trees, so we should be able to take that without any difficulty whatsoever. Uh, yeah, Carthage, you giant festering nutsacks. We definitely gonna take the eloquent philosopher because shit, our research is in the toilet. Not bad, not bad. So all we need to get all this cool shit is we become warlike and gain 2 new military units. Although the families become suspicious of us if we do that. This option, everybody become influenced by us. I kind of like that option better. Yeah, we can raise that. We got them. We got the juice for that. All right, there we go. Well, that make all the families happy, or well, 2 of the 3 families happy anyway. We can live with that. Well, let's take that scout. I was just bitching that I didn't have enough scouts. Now I got one more. And I see all these little barbarians out here, so that tells me that there's more camps of some description. Okay. No, let's don't do that. Actually, let's just go point blank with you guys. No reason not to. Okay. Shit. Is Babylon still at war with them? Yes. So I'm actually not going to attack all 3 times. I'm just going to attack the once. And the reason I say that is because I don't want to hand him the site, right? I don't want to weaken him so much that he can just waltz up and take it when I've been getting beat on for it. So we got to do that a little more carefully than I was originally thinking. So yeah, we'll just hit him once, weaken him down, and then next turn we should be able to take it. So we do it that way. All right, over here, OCD would drive me crazy with that little batch of fire. Oh, okay, we'll hide. And I suspect that Carthage is going to get that too. Although Carthage can't hold these sites. They're too far. I mean, they can send settlers down and build cities there, sure, and we'll just take them away, either us or Greece. Uh, I'd prefer that it would be us, but yeah, we'll just take them away when it's convenient, and that'll be the end of that. So I ain't worried about that. Nothing. Oh, we got 1, 1, and 2. So we're gonna found this as the clerics because it's a shit hunter site, but this is a better hunter site. So we give this to the clerics. And yeah, you're just gonna have to. Oh, you know what? We could do that. We could fortify, and then you get a little bit better defense, and we can still attack. So we'll do that. You can't fortify because you're a ranged unit. All right, you dicks. I see you up there. We'll come for you in a minute. What free cards do I? I've got a free settler in the discard pile, so I can't do anything to. We just need to get the fastest tech we can research, so we can try for that. Okay. Yeah, I like vigilant. Vigilant works for me. Well, now we have something for you to do. Come down here and talk to this gentleman. Ish. We're going to take the wisdom, but I don't like the hit to courage for sure. Last move, I'm not leaving the forest. Ow. Oh, she is stronger. We're going to have to think about that. Yeah, we're not ready for that yet. That's expensive. Well, it's going to suck. Okay, she only got 5 cities, though. Let's see. Well, we only got 5 cities, so it put us about on equal footing in terms of that. But she got the better army, and there ain't nothing we can do about that. We got exposed units. Yeah, we can't. We can't fight yet. Not her. Well, not anybody. I mean, shit. They all stronger to much stronger. All right. Well, it's gonna blow, but we're gonna pay it. Start building hamlets to offset that hit. Okay. Okay. That works for me. We only just, I mean, just got halfway decent research. So it's going to take us a while to. We got to get that free settler out. We got to get some better military, and then we can think about settling scores and shit like that. Stop spending my money, you wench. The Asinus River. I like it. It's a sinus, but still. Oh, fun fact. Yeah, so the word onager is actually comes from two Greek words, onos and argos, which literally translates into field ass. So, of course, when I start building onagers, I'm absolutely going to call each and every one of them field asses because that's just fun. So, yeah, field asses. I do have another scout now. That gave me three. Well, this guy, I believe we're going to use him. Oh, oh, did I just get a war elephant? I just got a war elephant. Oh, can I get another one? Yeah, okay. I didn't think so. But I just got a war elephant. Oh, shit. Hello, beautiful. Let's see now. What are we going to do with this? Well, I think even if I really pushed it, Carthage is probably going to get this before we could get our shit together and get over there. Unfortunately, so we're just going to let that go. I'm not even going to think about that. But I do have some lovely expansion opportunities over here. It looked one for sure, but this guy didn't wander that far away, so there's probably another camp over here. And I heard a rumor that war elephants rip the shit out of barbarian camps, so I think we should see if that's true. I'm betting that it is. Let's put somebody in charge of this big bad beautiful thing. Maybe like this guy. Yeah, get over here. All right. Well, let's go. Let's go shopping. I mean, like for new city sites. Hell yeah. All right. All right. Liking it. This scout has the cushiest job in the game. He's completely blocked in, so his job is to just sit there and harvest stone every 10 turns or whatever it is. Oh, so Babylon started the ziggurat. Well, you dicks. Okay. Egypt. Okay, so we would need to hurry. Shit, I don't even know if I could. I don't even know if I could get there in time to do anything. Well, we've met the full boat, right? That's everybody. Stronger, 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 much stronger. Of course, everybody got better tech because, yeah, our tech was single digits for the first almost 3 decades of the game. No, we'll just sign it. Yeah. Well, let's shoot for that. We don't have near enough stone, but okay. I love that. Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So next year, here, here, and here for starters. And then, well, no, both of these guys have Eagle Eye, though. No, they don't. This is not Eagle Eye guy. I left him behind. This guy's got Eagle Eye, so he can actually, yeah, sit out here and still do full damage. So he'll take the exposed position. Slinger will take the protected position. Spearman will come across the river. And Elephant probably won't do shit, but we'll see. Cautious. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do without the elephant. If we don't need him, we won't need him. Okay. Good. So leave a slinger behind. Spearman and Slinger joins the elephant. And we move north. Because right here is the camp. Yeah, and we've got enough guys to take it. Although there's another Gaul camp down here, for sure. We'll deal with them in due course. Okay. So again, just orders management. I didn't have enough orders to actually start the build. Didn't matter. I cut the scrub for free, cleared the land for my last order. So next year, I'll just be able to start. Well, shit. Somebody started that too, huh? Okay, now wait a second. Wait a second. Are we not already paying you 53 gold a turn? Are we not already doing that? How do I see that? I guess maybe it expired. So here she come asking for it again. Ugh. All right, you wench. Tell you what though, the day is coming. Not for a while yet. Not stupid. But the day is coming. All right. Well, that was useful. And you know what? Actually, now that I've cleared that land, I actually want the hamlet here. But that's okay. It's all right. It still works. Uh, yes. Actually, this is where I want the hamlet. Right here. There it is. Okay. So, uh, thunk, thunk, thunk. Okay. So next turn, we'll be able to start this party one way or the other. This is actually a really good defensible city site, too. There's only one tile, well, two, that you can attack and not suffer cross river penalties. That's pretty handy. Yeah, nice. Okay, so if we go, well, let's take this guy out of the equation first, right? So we're gonna come up here. Okay, we'll just one-shot him, apparently. And then we're going to come up here. Oh, well, hell, let's just go. Yeah, let's just go right on it in there and get him. Okay. So next turn that's done, and we'll be able just to mop up. And there are no Egyptians in the immediate vicinity that we see, so we don't have to worry that someone will come steal our shit. Hmm. Yeah, we don't care about that at all. Sure, we can always break our word later. Uh, yeah, let's do the 6 forum thing. That is quite possibly the weakest hunter city I've ever seen. No, actually, okay, it's got 2 game tiles. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. So yeah, we're okay with that. How many? Does that give us 6 now? Finally? Yes. I'm gonna settle in 1. Oh, is that it? Is that all we're doing? Yeah, I think. Yes, that is all we're doing. So we need 2 more. Okay. Should we need 3 more? Hmm. Okay. Now, look like there's almost certainly another camp up here. That's crazy how many sites we're finding. Okay, would y'all quit bitching about who gets what? Come on now. Stop picking on your brother, basically. Wait, is there... Yeah, we need to focus on, yeah, over here because we now suddenly have a new front to worry about, and that's a pretty good natural border. The Osinus River. We could station some field asses on these hills here, see, and will give us a tremendously good field of fire, and also a convenient excuse to say field asses. So, what's not to like about that? The only reason I put that farm there was because he's adjacent to these two uh, pastures, even though that's kind of a generic, not great farm tile. Being between these two guys makes it a pretty productive tile. So uh, just throw him down there, pick up some extra food on the cheap, and yeah. Oh, looks like they're gonna come play. All right. I'm actually much more interested in uh, improving relations with Greece than I am anybody else. So we will definitely uh, do some of this. Well, if I can ever sell enough to actually do it. Okay, so that's useful. Now, we do need to pay some attention to diplomacy this time. Stronger, similar, stronger. So, I guess the addition of the elephant was what tipped the scales in our favor from Babylon being much stronger to simply stronger. Useful. Um, well, of these, I mean, Greece is obviously the big dog, but Babylon right behind them, and they have freakishly good special unit. So let's do some of that. Let's do some of that. And we're not going to do anything with Carthage because I suspect that just the way the game is evolving, Carthage look like going to be our first target. They got these city sites down here, and I want these. So we will probably come to blows, at least in a limited fashion, a little later on when right now we've got plenty of city sites of our own under guard, and that's fine. But I'm thinking down the road, the day's going to come when we're going to need some more expansion opportunities. This is the low hanging fruit right here. So we beat up on Carthage, we take their shit, and then there's no serious warfare with Carthage because we can't even get to them and they can't even get to us. So all we got to really beat is the stuff that's already here in the field. Now, granted, that's better. better army than we got. We don't have archers, but we'll get them eventually. But I mean, right now we got guys with diapers and rocks, and they got sharp, pointy sticks that can travel really far and kick our asses. So um, yeah, we got to be careful. But Carthage can't get a lot of guys down here, so I'm not worried about that. What they got is what they got, and that works. That works to our advantage. Well, again, I'm thinking, what do I want our next generation to be? Our next generation is going to need to be a warrior. Our next generation is going to need to be a leader. Now, there's a chance we get schemer out of that, and schemer not really what I'm looking for, but if we get it, we can make it work. But primarily, we want a hero or a commander or somebody that's going to give us some ass kicking capability because we're going to be at that point by the time we reach the end of this fella's life. So we can build the Temple of Solomon, can we not? Like if I come out here, I can just drop that down and yeah, okay. So let's do that. Well, the Queen's happy. Kids cautious, but better than being pissed off at me all the time. So that'll work. Can we get one of these damn things just founded this turn, please? Game tile. Let's go ahead and give this to the hunters. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Okay. So I guess those are just rogue elements from the Gallic camp. Yeah. Strict would be useful, but I don't know that I want to commit to that yet. Uh, well, it won't matter. the elephant would push him back onto another scrub tile, probably. So, oh, or just outright kill him. That'll work. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, we are slowly expanding our knowledge of the world. How much do we need? 390. Oosh. Okay. Damn. You guys are expensive, man. Yeah, I could see that on the elephant. Okay. What? All right, PK. I'll see you later. Man, I hate this event. So we just lost our heir, uh, and lost full legitimacy, and we get a little long in the tooth age-wise. So I don't know that we can. That's going to be a problem. Even Izzy, my little kitten, agrees that's a problem. What do you think, Iz? What do we do? What do we do? Izzy says we buy a bunch of cat treats, but I'm not sure that's the right answer, but that's what she would advocate for. Well, we will worry about it a bit later. Let's focus on the fundamentals, the shit that we can control. Now, we're not currently at war with the Gauls, so let's step off. Okay, well that's actually a really it's actually a really good city site. Very balanced. A few hills later on. Good quarries, good food. Yeah, okay, we can do that. And I can live with that. Let's do another trade mission. I want this bitch to stop sending me nasty grams and taking all my shit. What is all this? Do I even care that these people are? Who are these people? Linda from accounting is upset, or going to be upset, or I don't know. All right, General Sheeran, the scientist, is the general of the war elephant. Okay, and General, I don't even know. Somebody the younger. We're gonna call her Ass. So Ass, there we go. General Ass, commanding the Slinger. Uh, they both kind of cautious with me. Well, I mean, other than she's in charge of my better unit, I don't really give a shit about either of these people. So, uh, okay, let's do that. Sure. Well, down like a third of the Carthaginian army. You know, I think I probably need him to come back down this way. Much as I would love to just send him off and explore the wild blue, we got shit we don't know about right here in our backyard, so let's take care of it first. Yes. We finally get some kind of military tech. Almost 50 years into the game. Well, he is the leader, that kind of leader that I want. So, yeah, I mean, if he's the only choice we got, I guess we gonna adopt him. Okay. Yes, please. Foreign opinions. I already got one of those. Okay. So we wind it down for the first 50 turns. I don't see anything um, terribly unusual gonna happen here in the last couple of turns. We might get surprised, but I doubt it. So, okay, well that certainly didn't help us, but yeah, whatever. Got somebody a little bit happier anyway. Let's yeah, okay, good. Who we talking about married to who? My son, who's not really my son, but whatever. -3 wisdom. Yeah, no, let's don't do the -3 wisdom. For the love of God, let's don't do that. All right. Now we've got the points. We've got some extra orders that we're not using. So, yeah, let's just get down here and we will be ready to explore next turn. I want to see. We know there's another Gaul camp down here. We know there's a Gaul camp up here. These forces could easily enough head that way when we're ready. Looks like these guys have been upgraded some. So well, most of them have. So they had strength 5. We're going to need to upgrade our forces before we uh, do any more dances with the barbarians. But that's coming. We finally got reasonably good tech. We finally finished researching the basic economic texts because we were struggling for a while there with research. What was it 9 for the first couple of decades in the game? And yeah, so we finally got that solved, and now it feels like we're starting to catch up a little bit. But we were behind the curve for a while, so I'm glad to see that we're starting to come into our own, and as a consequence, we are second-ish, more middle of the pack, but okay. Well, of those, this one is the least sucktastic option. Okay, now I can't see us paying the Babylonian, the Carthaginians. Although, shit, there they are. They got a city there, so they could. Ugh, damn, I don't want to be having to fork over money for tribute all the time. All right, we're gonna do it. We're not gonna like it. No, we're gonna alienate the hunters. Then we're not gonna imprison our heir. Those guys just got to suck it up, and they still on good terms with us anyway. So fuck you, hunters. Yeah, not gonna imprison the heir because y'all getting pissy. You're just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Wait a minute. What did all this say? This was a lot of stuff. Okay, 2 growth, half an order, 5 food. All right, cool. Now we can finally start adding some lumber mills to the equation. Okay. Uh, Yeah, I think we're done. We're done. Yeah, we're done. All right. Last turn in the 50 turns. Um, see what the turn brings. I'm not expecting any surprises. Okay. Helpful. No. We need that. Ah, okay. Let's see. Question is, what do we do with these forests? I would like to actually just turn all that into quarries. Well, let's see what our other. Yeah, okay, so we got lumber mills here. We got shit ton of lumber here. Yeah, we can do that. So let's just turn all this into quarries. All right. So looks like Babylon took that away from Carthage. Carthage got a city founded here finally. Oh, well, there's a whole thicket of trouble. All right, good to know. Good to know. Let's go ahead and saddle up some guys and we'll come down and deal with that. Actually, while we're doing that, we probably go ahead and just break peace with the Gauls and take that camp over. Give us yet another city site we can settle. Well, of course, we need to upgrade our troops before we do that. So this 50 turns. In some ways, it feels like we didn't get as much accomplished as I wanted to, and in other ways, it feels like we did a lot. We do have 8 cities, which is expanding at a pretty good clip. 8 cities in 50 turns. That's not to sneeze at. Not as good as the start we had yesterday with the Greeks' first 50 turns, but 8 cities. That's pretty good. Plus, we've got a couple cities under guard. We got a couple of sites under guard, rather. We got so that'll give us 9. Uh, shit. This will give us 10. This will actually give us 11, and there's 12 up there when we do that. So I, we have plenty of room to expand. We're a good size. We are respectably middle of the pack. Greece is a wide lead over everybody, mostly on account of wonder building. That's to be expected. Um, so I would say we're off to a very strong start. The economy, not as strong as it could be, and we are currently running a slight deficit in money, but I can build enough hamlets and treasuries to fix that no problem. So we will, that'll be like one of the big objectives for the next segment of this game. But overall, I would say that we have firmly established ourselves and gotten off to a pretty solid beginning. Now, where the game goes from here is anybody guess, but ideally, with our diplomatic leader, we can keep the peace And we've already got Carthage is actually the same religion as us, which is useful, although I still mean to attack Carthage at least once to take this city from them, give us another little way to consolidate power in this region. Um, but yeah, so I think we're off to a super strong start here, and I am curious to see where this game goes from here. And we will play all of the first 50 turns, save games out to their conclusions, just so we can talk about the mid and late game stuff that goes on. So there will be more to this, but for now, we're going to stop the stream at the end of the Carthaginian 50 turns, and I hope you have found this to be helpful. I'll see you soon.